Alrighty, guys, give me some love. It's always super awkward when you get up there and you stand up and you're like, okay, hey, and no one says anything because it's like I really want you guys to like me because I like you. So it's mutual. Thank you, Rosa. So guys, I'm going to be so brief tonight. I plan on talking for like 5 to 7 minutes. I want to give everyone brand new, checking this thing out for the first time, all of the facts. And then after that, I'm telling you, we are so lucky because if you know who that guy is on that board, a guy called Sarver, you'll know that he is one of the top young leaders in this entire company, someone that I personally look up to in the business a lot, and he's giving us time to come and do, like, I guess, share his story and doing a little training today. He's also the really good looking one. So I'm really excited. Now, if you have a notepad, I'm telling you, just write down everything this guy says, because a little story about me and him. Who was at the old loft like last year when Brad did a meeting? So I remember it. We were stood both at the back. At the time, Brad was star executive. I was also star executive. We both said, race you to presidential, and he left me standing still. And that's a testament to what he's been up to for the last 12 years. So what does presidential mean? It's quite a strange title, I guess. Basically means you're making well over 100K a year doing this business. Okay, not bad for someone who is as young as he is and doing basically whatever he wants. He's in town for the SEMA convention. So, the lifestyle that you get out of this business can be absolutely incredible. So I'm looking forward to hearing from Brad. Take notes, it's going to be amazing. So, quick question. Who's seeing Vima for the very first time tonight? Raise your hand. Don't be shy. Okay, so we have like 5 or 6 guests. That's cool. Guys, the thing is, the information doesn't really matter. You're here because somebody invited you, based on the relationship. So we have like a sister and brother, we have old friends. That's basically how everybody finds out about this business, is somebody refers you personally, word of mouth marketing. So I'm going to run through exactly what Vima is, what the company is, and then how we make money as a business, because there's really a couple of elements to it. First and foremost, this was our original flagship product 10 years ago. Actually, Vima is just going through its 10-year anniversary this week. So 10 years ago, they released this. Vima actually stands for, this is always awkward, vitamins, vitamins, essential minerals, mangosteen, and aloe. I'm not going to bore you with the science, but just trust me, it's good for you, okay? If you want to check out the science for yourself, vima.com/science. So basically what happened was the company was doing around $10 million a month in sales, and then BK, the CEO, said, how can we get this into the hands of younger people? How can we make our product more consumable? He put 2 ounces, so 1 dose of Vima, into this. This is a can, for anyone who doesn't know. This is what our gas stations, our Walmarts, our Targets, everything is packed out with. And he called it an energy drink. Now, I actually saw this video last night about how bad energy drinks are for you. I'll post the link so you guys can see it, but they're really bad for you. So to call our drink an energy drink, I'm telling you, would be a total sin. It's the ultimate Trojan horse of energy drinks. This is actually like, when we talk about this product, you're inadvertently saving your life by drinking one every day. But you don't feel that way. You're just kind of drinking a drink that feels like, hey, I'm drinking a Red Bull, a Monster, a Rockstar, a Coke, a Tropicana. Like whatever brands are in your fridge every single day, we've just made the decision to say, hey, I'm going to put my money into this instead of those brands that for a nameless, faceless corporation. Okay, so in terms of that, now, what I always say to people is, the first decision that you need to make is, do you want to try the product? Because I could stand up here and do all of the anecdotal testimonials in the world. I could say, like, oh my God, it cured my impotence or whatever. Like, guys, it doesn't matter. Chelsea's like, really? Yeah. It doesn't matter, because until you actually feel something yourself, until you actually experience the product, for a month, 2 months or something like that, you're not going to believe me. So my advice to you is try the product. It's normal, okay? It's like going down to a 7-Eleven and picking up a Red Bull. Just instead say, hey, friend, let me drink some Verve, and he'll send you to his website and you'll have a case. Simple, right? Okay, no contracts, no subscriptions, nothing like that. Try the product. Okay, so what we did then, we moved away from energy drinks and we started to go into the tea market, the coffee market, the weight loss market. And basically the only thing that you really need to know is that this product is in all of our products. This is the foundation for everything we do, including even the shakes. This formula is actually infused into the shakes. So when I talk about the products, I do the 4 C's. Anyone in my team knows what the 4 C's are. Number 1 is clinical studies, okay? Number 1, clinical studies. There are 5 clinical studies published on these products, okay? The clinical studies basically prove 2 things. Number 1, that it boosts your immune function. Number 2, that it reduces inflammation in the body, okay? Don't take my word for it. You can read the clinical studies online. Just trust me, like I said, it's good. Number 2, credibility, okay? The second C is credibility. We are the official energy drink of the Phoenix Suns with the Verve range. We have featured on the Dr. Oz show. You know, the credibility that, if you guys know Chris and Heidi Powell, they basically formulate and market the body range for us. There is so much credibility associated with this. So don't feel like, what is this strange company that I'm getting involved with? Trust me, it's massive, okay? The third C is convenient. Really easy for me to just, you know, throw a can to EJ now and let him try this. The key to what we do here is just convenience. You know, like I don't have to get my whisk out and start making this weird energy potion. It's just in a can, guys. So, like I said, in my fridge, go to it now. You'll be able to get any single Vima product from it and just crack it open and drink it. Really simple. A guy came around to clean my carpets the other day. I gave him, I think, an iced tea at first and then a Renew, and he's like going crazy for it, and now he's joining the business. It's so easy. I don't have to start like rubbing skincare creams on him, like that would get weird. So I can just throw someone a drink. So the convenience is massive. The fourth and final C is consumable, okay? These products, once you get them in your system, is something that you'll crave for, I promise you. You know, EJ talked about when we went to Vienna for the European convention, even though we were at a Vima convention, we didn't have Verve on us for like 4 or 5 days. The guy got ill for like the first time in 5 or 6 years. I'm telling you, when you start drinking this product, you'll know that you want to be drinking it every single day because it's just that good for you. Like, and you know, the people already in the business, I already know, are going to raise their hands. Who feels better when you drink Verve? It's crazy. These people aren't brainwashed. The stuff works, man. It's just really good for you. So they're the 4 C's. That's how I deal with the product. In terms of the business, really brief here. Basically, Vima offer you an opportunity to make money by marketing their products for them. So in traditional business where you have a manufacturer, the manufacturer goes to the wholesaler, the middlemen, the airing agents, and then finally at retail, you have a product that will end up costing 5 times more than it was made for. That's okay. It's okay, Shouting, it's you. We love you. You keep frenzying it. It's all good. So yeah, I mean, what we do is we cut out all of that stuff on that side, and we directly market to the customers. And of course, what happens on this side as well with traditional businesses, they have a massive budget allocated to TV, internet, radio, press, billboards, you know, whatever way they market their products, the only way that we're going to know about them is if we see them in our world. Now, more and more, what you'll find is our generation doesn't see that stuff because the world is way too busy, it's way too noisy of an environment. What we do care about is what our friends are up to, right? Anytime you're watching TV now, which may be rare because I think most people are on Netflix or Hulu Plus or something like that, you'll probably pull out your phone when the commercials come on. You may go out and make a drink. You may even have TiVo and you fast forward the commercials. Point is that all of this money being spent is being wasted in our generation. So what we are, though, is a really powerful marketing tool. You know, everyone here probably has a Facebook and Instagram and Twitter maybe. And what we are paid to do by Vima is market these products to our network, okay? The final thing that I will say on this is this doesn't work unless you truly believe in the product. Okay, don't get excited about this concept until you've tried the product and you have an authentic belief that this stuff will help your friends, your family, your network, okay? Because they'll see you coming from a mile away. They will smell BS from a mile away, okay? When I talk about this product, I talk it from the bottom of my heart. People know that I want to impact their life from a health point of view first. And then if money comes up, then it's easy to talk about the money as well. So that's Vima. You know, if you have a network to market to, we have a range of products to help you make some money doing that. Okay. So with that, I'm going to stop talking now. It's Chelsea just yawned. But guys, I'm so excited. Where's my notepad? Because someone stole it. Oh, it's there. Okay, good. I stole it. Right, guys, this is going to be good. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only presidential Mr. Brad Sarver.
All right, well, hey guys, excited to be here. Thank you for having me. Definitely, I think it was about a year ago, actually, I came to the old spot. It was a year ago. I came in town for the SEMA show. Any of you guys know what that is? Okay, it's like the coolest thing in the world. If you're a car guy, I'm into cars. It's like that's my passion in life. So highly encourage you to go check it out. It's awesome. But anyway, that's why I'm here. And to me, the fact that I'm here at all, this really represents why I'm in Vima at all. Okay, it's called time freedom. That's really why I'm here. That's really what Vima is all about. We could talk about money, and I'll share with you kind of my story, my family story, and what happened for us as very, very middle class, average, normal, in fact, really below middle class family, and what this industry has done for us. So if you're here checking this thing out, I definitely am glad you're here. I definitely hope that you'll listen up and really pay close attention for the next 10 minutes or so, because this could absolutely change your life like it has for many of us in the room. So for me, I first found out about Vima, like some of you guys are here, you're checking this out tonight. I first found out about Vima almost 10 years ago. That's a long time, and maybe you are probably the only one that's known about it as long as I have, and both of our parents are in the business. So EJ and I, both of us were exposed to Vima through our parents. So my parents came to me almost 10 years ago, and at the time I was selling real estate. That's what I was doing full time. I was also working part time in a restaurant. So do any of you know kind of what it's like to maybe work 2 jobs? Okay, yes, okay. Guys, that's the world we live in right now, okay? I don't know if any of you guys have paid attention to the fact that there was a big political, a big election day yesterday. I was listening to the radio. They were talking about, because I had a 6-hour drive today in the car, they were talking about the election, how our generation is really focused on the economy, and how most people are now working 2 or 3 jobs to make ends meet, and how people are making less money now than they were 4 or 5 years ago. Okay, that's just a fact. Okay, so when Vima came into my life, I was working multiple jobs. Okay, and for me, I knew I wanted to be successful financially. I just didn't know how I was going to get there. And we were talking about this earlier. You knew you wanted to do something. You wanted to get somewhere financially. Just didn't know how you were going to get there. That's where I was before Vima. And so, to be honest with you guys, when I heard about this from my own parents, I was a little skeptical at first. The reason why is not because this was network marketing and I was skeptical about network marketing. I was really just skeptical because, quite honestly, my parents were bringing it to me. And to be honest, how many of us have learned about something from our parents and we haven't done always what our parents told us to do? Okay, well, this is one of those extreme cases where I heavily regret not listening to my parents the first time, and EJ might be able to relate to that a little bit as well. So when I learned about Vima the first time, here's where I was, and maybe some of you guys can relate to this. I was working 2 jobs. I knew I wanted to be successful. I just didn't know how I was going to get there, and I was a little skeptical at first. That's where I was, and so hopefully some of you guys can relate to that a little bit if you're feeling the same way. I didn't know what it was about, but here's what I liked. And ultimately tonight, I'm not going to try to convince you that you need to do Vima, because if I have to convince you, you're going to quit anyway in a month, and I really am not interested in that. And I want to preface this by saying, all of you guys, if all of you join tonight, I will make 0 money from this. I'm here because I love Ross, I love EJ, and I'm here to help them. But I'm not going to make money, so honestly, I can say whatever I want, and I don't really know what you guys think. So, but here's the reality, okay? I'm interested in finding out if you believe the same things that I believe, okay? Because if the answer is yes to that, then Vima's probably going to be a good fit. If you don't believe the things that I believe, then it's not going to be a good fit, and you don't have to do it, and that's fine. But when 10 years ago, I knew all those things. I was looking for a way to make money. Yes, didn't know how I was going to do it. Yes, but I cared about my health. Okay, I was 20-ish, 20, 21 years old at the time. I cared about my health. I trusted my parents because my mom was a nurse and my dad had a really extensive background in sports nutrition. He trained a lot of athletes, trained a lot of coaches. So I knew my parents knew their stuff. So when they put the product in my body or in my hand, back then it was just this. Okay, there was none of this other stuff. Okay, none of it. It was just Vima. I loved it. And I've been drinking it literally for almost 10 years, every single day. And then actually in cases like today, I've had like 5 Verves today. And oh, that's a whole other story. But
Will I look like you in 10 years, bro?
I don't know, bro. I mean, we're almost the same age, dude. I hope I look good. I got to be honest, though. I mean, my parents, this isn't a health plan, but my parents are, you know, in their late 60s. Guys, they look better now than they did 10 years ago. And I got the pictures to prove it. Okay, if you guys knew my parents, I just said they're in their late 60s. Crap, that just went out over they look amazing. And guys, I mean, literally, the product is something that I have to be on it. I have to be on it. It's a no-brainer. So if minimally you're here and you value your health, the product is an absolute no-brainer. Does it cost money? Yes, it costs money. Welcome to life, okay? Yes, it costs money. But to me, the value that I get from the product far outweighs the money that I'm spending, guys. I mean, that's just, it's a no-brainer. Everybody right now is concerned with their health. I just turned 30 recently, and I will tell you, things are, well, how do I put this? I mean, it's not as easy to stay in shape. And I noticed that I go to bed earlier, I wake up earlier. I'm concerned with having plenty of energy to get through my day. I have noticed that, and so I really love what Verve does for me. I'll just tell you guys, today I woke up at 5 o'clock. I went to bed at 1 o'clock, woke up at 5 o'clock, got in my vehicle, drove here, took 6 hours, and I'm tired, but if I didn't have Verve, I would be asleep right now, and that's a fact. So minimally, the product is a no-brainer if you believe the same things that I believe. If you're interested in putting something healthy, as Ross said earlier, we do have clinical studies on our product. Amazing stuff. You can definitely go check that out online. Here's the deal. I got into this business 1,000,000% because of this product. I'm not in Vima or in this industry because I want to do network marketing. That's not why I got into this. I got in it because I believed in the product. I loved how I felt. And quite honestly, I saw the opportunity because I know, and you guys know, everybody out there right now is concerned with how they feel. They want to feel better. They want to look younger. They want to have better health. They certainly don't want to have to go to the doctor. Okay, most people don't even have health insurance in our generation, and that's a fact. Nobody wants to get sick. And the fact is, guys, the economy, whether it's good or bad, it doesn't really matter. People are spending hundreds of millions of dollars every year right now in this country, all over the world, on products like this. That is why this business is possible. Here's what happened for me, okay? Results not typical. Your results may be different, maybe better, maybe worse, okay? 3 years ago, my real estate career came to a screeching halt because of the economy. Okay, as a young person in real estate, I hadn't really developed a great, portfolio of clients. It's really difficult to sell real estate. It was just flat out hard. And I had to kind of go back to being in the restaurant industry 3 years ago. And that was something that I didn't want to do. 3 years ago, I made a conscious decision to finally investigate what my parents had been doing. And so as I mentioned earlier, my parents brought this to me 10 years ago. And here's where they were, you guys. Listen up. They were $300,000 in debt. Okay. And that's not counting a mortgage. That's like bad debt, like to the IRS, credit cards, that kind of stuff. We grew up very middle class. My parents went bankrupt. We got kicked out of our house. My dad was driving limos. Okay. Now, we were talking about this earlier. I never really realized that when I was growing up because they provided. But I didn't know behind the scenes the sacrifices that my parents were making to make sure that we had food. I don't know if any of you guys can relate to that. Guys, this industry, network marketing, people are skeptical. This has changed my family's legacy forever. And so we were talking, dude, if you're a normal person, average means, maybe you had a rough upbringing, there is no better industry to get into than this, and I'll explain that in a second. But long story short, guys, my parents got into this industry, ultimately have done very, very well, become debt-free. They now have time freedom. They're in Hawaii right now with EJ's family, so they're having a great time. And so 3 years ago, I finally decided, hey, Mom and Dad, you know what? I want to take your advice for once, and I actually want to follow in your footsteps. And so what they taught me was what I'm about to teach you guys, okay? What do we do in Vima? It's as simple as this. Get yourself some product, develop situational awareness for other human beings that come into your life that are also looking for a product like this. Repeat over and over every single day. You're going to find people that want to get on this product. That's our job. Vima will pay us to find people that want to consume these products. That is my job. That's how I look at it. Now, along the way, are you going to find people like Ross that want to build a business? Yeah, that will happen. I'm not going to sit up here and tell you guys that you're all going to become millionaires from network marketing. But here's what I will tell you. It's possible. It's possible. And I want to share with you guys why I think network marketing is the best industry. And if you guys are in Vima right now, why you should never, ever, 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 ever quit. Okay? Guys, network marketing allows the average person to develop substantial cash flow with very little capital. And I would go so far as to say it's zero capital. Guys, this is a business that can pay you residually $500 a month. And all you have to do, you've heard it said, you have to make money. Yeah, what is it? You have to spend money to make money. Guys, in most cases, that's true. If you want to make money, if the owner of this building had to spend millions and millions, hundreds of millions to build this building in order to sell it and make money back, right? The owner of a franchise, McDonald's, whatever, has to come up with $1 million in order to get that building put up and make money selling McDonald's, right? Guys, do any of you have $1 million? This is a business for people of average means, people of modest backgrounds. This is a middle-class business. And in my opinion, this is one of the only ways that I've ever seen for a middle-class person to actually potentially get ahead. Let's get ahead of those bills. Let's make an extra $500 a month. What would an extra $1,000 a month do for most middle-class people? It would get them ahead. That's my mission. I want to get people out of the rat race. I'm not saying everybody's going to become a multimillionaire. A lot of people, they wouldn't be able to handle that, okay? Mm-hmm. There's a reason a lot of professional athletes are broke, okay, after they get out of their, out of the league. It's because they can't handle it. Guys, I want to show you how to make $500 a month, how to make $1,000 a month. That is the dream. The good news is if you duplicate that out over a long period of time, yes, you can create 6- and 7-figure incomes. Results not typical, but there's people in Vima that have done it. So I always looked at that and I was like, man, if someone else can do it, it can be done. I know I can do it. And so my message to you, especially you, because you were right there with me, man, a year ago at this time. I am not any rocket scientist. I did not go to college. I had very average grades. I believe I'm very smart. I believe I've learned things that enable me to do this business. And some of you guys are going to have to learn a few things to make this business work. Okay. And I might touch on that. Maybe we'll do a training after this for a little bit. If you want to stick around and learn a little bit more since I'm here, this business will make a man out of you. I mean, it really will. It really will.
We can get that. We can go here.
I couldn't do this before. It's difficult. But what I've learned, guys, the fact that it's difficult is like the reason that it's possible, if that even makes sense. The fact that it's difficult is the reason it's possible. If it weren't difficult, everybody would be doing this. Now, my message to you is simple. Get on the product, minimally. Invest some money in yourself, in your health. Guess what, guys? If you order the products, set up a free account, order the product for yourself. If you hate it, guys, there's a 30-day money-back guarantee on this product. There is no risk to at least getting yourself some product. If you don't care about your health If you think, a health drink is Diet Mountain Dew and that's your idea of health, then Vima probably isn't for you. But if you're legitimately wanting to improve your health, maybe be better off a year from now than you are today, then I encourage you to get on this product. I love it, you guys. That's been established. The product is amazing. Okay, but here's the deal: if you're wanting to make money from Vima, if you're wanting to make money in the network marketing industry, you need to know a couple of things. Number one, it's going to take some time. Okay, it's going to take time. I've been doing this 3 years, and I've had some great results. Like I said, I'm an average person. All I did was this. I got excited about the concept, and I proactively shared the products with a lot of people. Here's the interesting thing. Some of you guys, you come from a background where you don't have a lot of friends, or you maybe have a lot of friends that don't care about this kind of stuff. I'm going to be real with you guys. I've signed up 2 of my friends from before Vima. Okay, so in the last 3 years, I've only found 2 of my friends that found this kind of stuff relevant. All the other people that joined my business as a customer or as an affiliate were people that I met in the last 3 years. And how did I do that? Your dad is so good about doing this. I mean, I've learned so much from Matt Morrow about just being friendly, talking to people, having situational awareness, and just asking another human being, hey, what's going on in your life? You guys would be surprised. But legitimately, people that I've brought into this business, I wasn't friends with them. So for you to say, oh, I don't know that many people, you don't have to know that many people right now. But you will have to get good at meeting people. Okay, I'm not going to tell you you can make this work just by talking to 2 people and then it's going to magically turn into 10,000 people. It won't happen. But if you can get good at talking to people, sending out a few text messages, inviting somebody to take a look at this thing, calling a few people if you're really ballsy, okay? Yeah, you can find some people that are going to be interested in what this is, okay? You got to have a reason why. Why do you want something like this in your life? I have a real strong reason. I don't want to get in the same financial troubles that my parents had. I don't want to put my future kids through a bankruptcy and eviction. My dad and I literally hid under the kitchen table when the sheriff was knocking on the door with the eviction notice. Okay, I don't want to put my kids through that. So for me, that's a big reason why I'm doing this. So if you're in Vima right now, you better have a real strong reason why. And I know some of you guys do. Okay, you got to have that reason why. You've got to be willing to share it with people. And guys, it's going to take time. I'm committed to being in this thing. Those of you guys that know, a little bit about my story and being at Presidential, that's great and all that stuff. Guys, I'm going to be in this forever. Okay, this is my career. This is my profession. For those of you that are in it now and you want to make a full-time income, you do have to sacrifice some things. Okay, you do have to sacrifice some TV time. You're going to have to sacrifice a few things, but it's worth it. In any business you want to get into in life, every business owner I've seen, guys, you think Mark Cuban probably sacrificed a lot of nights at the bar? Do you think he probably even sacrificed, I don't even know if he has kids, but do you think he probably sacrificed maybe a few kids' t-ball games? Probably. Guys, sacrifices must be made if you're going to play with the big boys, if you're going to make the big money. But my really simple message is $500 a month. Okay, let's get you 100 orders in your organization. That can be done very quickly. Okay, that's the message. $500 a month. That can be done very simply. Think about what your life would look like if you had an extra $500 a month coming in every single month, residually. What would you be able to do? That's the mission. Once we get there, we can talk about something more. Okay, but to kind of wrap this up, I've been able to come out and go to this huge car show that's going on. It's the coolest thing in the world. But even today, as I'm driving here in the car, I'm making phone calls. I'm walking around the convention center doing 3-way calls. In the car on the way here, I pulled up out front, did a training call with my team. Now I'm here. Hopefully some of my team's watching this. I'm here with you guys. I make it a point to fit Vima into my life. That's how I do it. You don't have to spend 8 hours of your day doing Vima sitting in front of the computer. This is meant to be done kind of as you go. This is how I do it, and it's worked out really well. I want to encourage you guys to start thinking about it in those terms. You take Vima wherever you're at. You can talk to another human being wherever you're at. You've got a cell phone. You can get Skype. You can get Uvu. You can get Facebook Messenger. You can communicate with somebody literally all over the world wherever you're at. And for me, and this is what's probably going to happen for some of you guys, and I'll be done talking, this is what's going to happen. 3 years ago at this time, I'm sitting in your shoes, I was making no money from Vima. So how old are you? Mind fast? 21. You're 21. Okay, what would happen in 3 years, or let's just say 25. Let's say by the time you're 25, if you were making even $5,000 a month from something like this, would it be worth it to spend the next 4 years doing it? Definitely. Guys, the last 3 years went by like that. You got to understand, 3 years ago, I'm sitting in my condo in Scottsdale, not knowing anybody. I had just moved there. And all I did was I picked up the phone. I found a couple of people in Kansas City, where I'm from, that got excited about the concept. What happened was it jumped a person to a person to a person to like 100 people that all quit, but it led to one person that knew a guy
Into the UK, right?
that got into the UK, and now I have literally 1,500 people in England doing meetings like this. Literally one guy, and this is how it's going to happen for you guys. It's not going to be 20 of your best friends sign up. It's not. It's not. No, I'm sorry. It's not. But it can still happen. If it happened to me, it's happening to EJ. It's happening to some of you guys. It can happen. One person knowing a person that leads to a few people that all quit, but one guy stays, and he knows a guy that spent 2 years on a cruise ship as a personal trainer who knows people all over, and he knew a guy in Australia who knew another guy in Australia that happened to be living in England who knew a guy named Jamie Johns, who maybe is watching this because he never sleeps. And Jamie Johns has led to 1,500 people. That's how it happens. Literally, you guys, you're going to find 1 or 2 people that grow a massive organization. And this is just how network marketing works. It's about a lot of people doing a little bit, and it's about a few people doing a lot. And that's why only a few people make all the money, which you've heard is as an objection. That's a stupid objection. That's a good thing. Okay? That's fine. Only a few people do most of the work. Okay? That's why only a few people make most of the money. That's called the real world. There's nothing wrong with it. It's glorious. Okay? Because if you do a few consistent habits over the next 3 years, you're going to put yourself in the category of the people who do a lot. And it will pay dividends. Last thing I'm going to say, you guys, this industry is not on trial. This is an industry that is proven to be legitimate. It stood the test of time. The Supreme Court has ruled this industry is legitimate. It did $150 billion globally last year. This is a real industry. This is not being run out of some dude's garage somewhere, you guys. This is a real company. I've been paid every single Thursday for the last 3 years from this company. The money is real, I promise. Okay? It's real. I've paid off debt with this. I've been able to travel all over the world from Vima. I live a pretty modest lifestyle. I keep my expenses low. I like to travel. That's why I'm here in Vegas. Okay? That's me. All right? So I encourage you guys, never quit. But you got to get out there and get consistent. If we'll do a little training, I'll give you guys a few tips that have worked really well for me, a few really fundamental things that you have to be able to do to grow in this industry. But I appreciate you guys so much being here. I hope you've been, you've got some value from my story. You can do this. It's going to be hard, but you can do it if you want it bad enough and you're willing to do it long enough. It can work out. It can be really great for you. And I really hope I get to see some of you guys in the elite section at the convention next year. That's where we're. I know you're going to be there. There's no doubt. Okay, pressure's on. All right. So I appreciate you guys. Stick around, hang out. We'll do a little training and be done. So thank you guys very much.
So just a couple of minutes and we'll do a training. If you guys don't want to stick around, you don't have to.
I wasn't even sitting on the cushion.
So how do you want to do it? So good.
Or stop it.